for the first ever meeting between Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal. The Chicago Bulls take on the Orlando Magic. Hi, everybody. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr, Orlando Arena in Orlando. 23-10, the Chicago Bulls, 10-6 away. Their starting lineup. Horace Grant starts up front. He's been giving them some big numbers in recent games.
8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 12 points against Philly.
And last week, Scottie Pippen on the other side had a pretty good week for Chicago.
Well, he had 12 rebounds. He had 3 steals. He had a couple block shots against Philly. Nice job.
In the middle, the Teach, Bill Cartwright.
Well, he'll have to have it all together tonight. Bill only shooting 30% from the field in the last 6 games.
At the guard spot, John Paxson getting his second start of the season.
Only had 2 points in the last game. They're going to test that leg out.
And completing the starting lineup, Michael Jordan playing almost 40 minutes a game.
20,030 points career-wise for MJ.
The head coach of the Chicago Bulls is Phil Jackson, 206 and 73 in his 4th year at the helm. That comes out to 74% winning percentage. For the Orlando Magic at 14-14, 10-7 at home, Tom Tolbert, former Golden State Warrior, gets the start up front.
Yeah, when he's in the starting lineup, they're 6-4.
Former Chicago Bull Anthony Bowie will take on Michael Jordan.
I don't understand this, except there's some trickery up, Wayne. Last 2 games, he did not score.
In the middle, the celebrated rookie Shaquille O'Neal.
This guy's something. He's 17 points, 4 assists, 3 steals against Indiana.
In the backcourt, tough as nails at the guard position, running this ball club, Scott Skiles.
This guy can shoot threes. He'll drive you nuts.
And the former Illini, Nick Anderson, gets the call of the other guard spot.
All-time leading scorer with the Magic, 3,371 points.
And the head coach of the Orlando Magic, Matt Kukas, his overall coaching record, he coached at Philadelphia. In 3 years here, he is 84 and 188. But this 14-14 start for the Magic, John, their best start ever. Matter of fact, after 28 games last year, they were just 6-22.
When you get the #1 draft choice, you better improve.
I guess so. The officials for tonight's game, Hugh Evans, Bruce Alexander, and Hank Armstrong. Another shutout crowd here.
Oh, covered up. Here he is.
Oh, yeah. Take care of the coffee. Whoop. Oh, I don't think I got it done in time. Well, the superstar of today, Michael Jordan, and the superstar tomorrow on the right side, Shaquille O'Neal. Hamming it up a bit for the
fun
cameras.
for the photographers, yep.
All right, and we're set to go. Here's a look at Shaq. I think you'll find, for those of you who haven't seen Shaquille O'Neal play yet, not an awful lot in terms of his offensive moves inside as a true low-post center, Red, but he does admit he has a lot to learn. He'll be as good a player as he is today, Red. He'll be even better, barring injury in the future. He'll be much better. The Magic in the home whites, the Bulls in the solid red. Cartwright and O'Neal on the tip, and we're underway. This is Scott Skiles. Magic like to spread the floor, give O'Neal a lot of room to work in the paint. Shaq with the pick. Skiles loses his footing. 9 to go on the shot clock. Nick Anderson. Anderson manufactures an off-balance shot. Shaquille O'Neal.
Mike's in the block.
Michael Jordan takes it down. Here's Paxson. And the Bulls set up for the first time tonight on offense. Cartwright to Jordan. Tolbert the rebound. The alley-oop on the lead for Anderson. Anderson's been averaging 19 points, shooting 45% from the field. That shooting percentage down from where they'd like it to be, up around 50%. Magic with the early lead. Paxson. John Paxson hits his first shot of the game. Pax had a good week last week, Red. 8 of 14 from the field, 57% shooting overall.
You know, you and I were talking before the game where this starter gives Pax a chance to really work on that leg and see if he can be a starter with this ball club and how his minutes are going to be.
Horace Grant came down to double team on Shaq. Scott Skiles with a brick outside. Pippen to Paxson. Rebound scooped by Anthony Bowie. The former Michigan State guard, Scott Skiles. Bowie feeding Shaq, that time got inside on Cartwright. from the field for O'Neal. Pippen. Anthony Bowie up high for the board. Magic on the run. This is Colbert.
Offensive foul.
Offensive foul coming up on Tom Colbert.
Take a look at that basket by Shaquille O'Neal. You're right. He beats Bill down the lane. Bill tries to go in front. It's over the top. A nice pass in, and up he goes and cleans out the deck.
Jack kind of warded him off a little bit there to get the position, but you expect that from a man who's huge. Well, 7'1" and 300 pounds. Cartwright on a high post. Jordan off the feed from Pippen. Michael Jordan. Jordan's first field goal of the game, and we are tied at 4 apiece. Opening 3.5 minutes of this first quarter. Anthony Bowie from the outside for 2.
They said he doesn't score in the last 2 games and did not play before that, but you look at the film and he played very well against them. Mike Landabulls last year.
Jordan posting up Bowie. Colbert the rebound. Here come the Magic, leading by 2. Bowie's pass is headed for O'Neal, taken down by Jordan. Paxson to Pippen. Backing Anderson.
Yeah, Horace. All alone.
Ran inside.
Yeah. Scotty said go, go. He did.
$25 from McDonald's to Charitables every time a Bulls player slam dunks in tonight's game. Scott Skiles. Good look to Colbert. Nice roll by Colbert away from the ball to the lane. Orlando Magic are on wrapping up a 7-game homestand, their largest ever.
Colbert's foul, his second. He whacked Horace Grant coming across. See what Matty does. He's not going to lose anything if he takes him out of the lineup.
Well, they'll come in probably with Jeff Turner, same type of player.
A little more offense.
There's Matt Dukas. Turner will give you a little more offensive shooting capability. Cartwright around O'Neal.
Nice move by the Teach.
Anderson takes down the rebound.
Didn't finish it off, but that was a good move. He showed him the ball, went around him.
Bulls are getting some good shots. They're not falling for him. There's the 3 of 8 from the field. Bowie from the back door.
Shaquille O'Neal has learned an awful lot. 27 games he's played in the season. He's learned an awful lot to find the open man.
Scottie Pippen battling for the board. Inside on O'Neal. Lost him with the up fake. Scottie's first from the field. Magic leading by 2. Just under 8 minutes left to go. First period of play. Anderson pops out around the screen by O'Neal. Jordan is there. MJ from the outside. Nothing but board for Jordan, his second from the field. Niles sets it up for the Orlando Magic. We're tied at 10. Anderson to O'Neal. Skiles penetrated. Bowie the open man, but a whistle before the shot.
Must be 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Calling a 3-second violation on the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, that's on Tolbert, and you could just imagine all that passing, driving in the lane and kicking out.
Magic, we're leading the league in shooting, but the last 5 games. They have really struggled from the field. MJ over Bowie.
Michael's got to make that move quick because he just has a sensor knowing that O'Neal is coming somewhere.
Yeah, Shaq goes after the ball on the blocks. A lot of his blocks will come off the ball. He'll come from way out of the picture and make the block. We've got a break in the action. 6:43 to go in the first, and the world champs lead by 2. Matt Dukas talking things over with the NBA official, Hugh Evans. Take a look at this number. Orlando 3 turnovers. Bulls have converted to 6 points. And the Magic resume offensively, trailing by 2. McKeel in the middle had it tipped away. Jordan comes up with it. Jordan to Grant. for Pippen. Scotty to John Pax, and he reloads the offense. MJ feeling his way against Bowie. Michael has 8 points on 4 from the field in the first quarter, and the Chicago lead is 4. Shaq way out front to set the screen. Skiles off balance. Nicely done. Scott Skiles had 17 points against Indiana the other night. Bulls leading by 2. Pippen on the drive. Cartwright at a high post, picked up on a switch by Colbert. Horace Grant. Grant second from the field. He has 4, averaging 17.8 points a game in his last 8 games as Horace Grant. Once again, the Chicago lead is 4. Grant with the double team. Skiles. And we've got a whistle on the drive.
They're getting their ball out quick. The first thing that Shaquille O'Neal's looking for is the double team. He fires it out to the first man. It goes across court, and when you run to get back to your man as they chase back to get to Skiles, he breaks the defense down, driving, looking for somebody to penetrate, or to pass the ball off to on a penetration, and that time it wasn't there, but he draws 2 free throws.
Paxson guilty of the foul, his first. That's the first on the team, and Skiles is at the free throw line, making good on his first. He has another. The double team, John, on 2 occasions here in this first quarter has come from Horace Grant. We'll see if the Bulls change that up a little bit as we go along in tonight's ball game.
He normally has, Shaquille O'Neal has 2 options on the double team, depending on where it's coming from, before he goes to the hoop.
Cartwright against Colbert. Bill Cartwright's first from the field. Chicago lead again is 4. Coming up on 5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Colbert taking Grant. Rebound Pippen. Pippen's got a 3-on-2. Feeds Paxson on the wing. Paxson second from the field.
Bulls running well.
And John Paxson seems to be moving well tonight.
Well, they're a little more familiar. You know, 2 years they play with Pax, knowing he's going to run that wing, where he's going to be on the shot.
Jack right back out to Nick Anderson. 10 to go on the shot clock. Anderson picked up by Cartwright, and they're going to call the foul on Bill Cartwright with the knee, his first. That's the second of the team.
Comes Turner in the ball game now. He'll replace Tolbert.
A little bit different look with Jeff Turner, John, that he's more capable from the outside.
Long range, good long range shooter.
For a while, he was leading the NBA in field goal shooting. He has struggled in recent games. Shaq double teamed by Horace Grant, trying to find Turner. Ball tipped loose. Cleared by Cartwright to Grant. Here's Michael Jordan. Shaq the rebound. Skiles back the other way. Anthony Bowie walked.
Yep, sir.
4:11 left to go in this first period of play. The world champs from Chicago, Phil Jackson's team, on top by 6. I believe that's their biggest lead. 6 points. Biggest lead for the Magic earlier in this first quarter tonight was 4. John Paxson, if you just tuned us in late, getting his first start in quite some time for the Bulls. Only his second start of the season. Jordan guarded by Bowie, and Anthony Bowie with 2 hands on the back of Michael Jordan draws the foul. His first, second on the team. The partisans here at the O-Arena not happy with that call. Neither is that man, Matt Guokas, the head coach of the Orlando Magic.
You can honestly say he was too far away to see that play. That happened right in front of us here.
Exactly. Jordan again backing Bowie. Michael behind the back to Pippen, triggered loose. Believed by Anderson. Skiles comes up with it. Anthony Bowie left unattended. He has 6. Chicago leads down to 4. Right to the high post. Pippen. And he's got a whistle away from the ball down low. It's a 3-second violation. Yep. So the Magic had one a few moments ago. The Bulls draw a 3-second violation. And off the turnover, Orlando takes over. Magic trailing by 4. Turner from the outside. Anthony Bowie to Shaquille O'Neal. Finds Anderson. Nicely done. Excellent feed from Shaq. Timeout. Chicago. 2:58 to go in the first. And the young Magic and their young star draw rave reviews from their fans. If the Magic score 110. Shaquille O'Neal on the Orlando bench. I'll tell you something, John Kerr showed us a little with this play right here.
Right here, he's looking for Nick Anderson. He fires a pass between a couple guys. Anderson lays it up. You know, he's only averaging 1.5 assists a game, but look at the rest of the things he's done for this team.
Well, you want some interesting reading, this is it. And remember, this guy's only played, well, this is his, 29th game.
Look at this. He's got 2 pages of reading, and he's a rook.
Aren't many rookies that have 2 pages worth reading on. All right, the Magic and Shaquille back on the floor against the world champs. And the Bulls field goal shooting. They start at 3 of 8, and he's picked up since then. Cartwright goes to work across the lane, an early whistle.
And O'Neal got the block even after Bill had him beat, but the foul is on Shaquille O'Neal. Looked like Bill reached out and grabbed on the play. But there he goes. Look at this. He goes for everything, and he blocks the shot away. Cartwright will shoot 2 free throws.
May have held him a little bit on that step by Bill Cartwright to the lane. Cartwright makes good on his first. Cartwright now with 3 points. Bill struggled last week, 7 of 26 from the field. 27% of the last 4 games. Averaging 3.7 points a game over that span. 1 out of 2 at the line on this trip. The Bulls leading by 3. Under 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Nick Anderson. O'Neal, good look at Turner.
Yeah, they're doubling him first time out. They're not even giving him a chance, getting a chance to see what he can do. He's hitting his teammates with the ball.
George. Backing Bowie. Double team by Anderson. John Paxson, third from the field.
A 3.
7 for John Paxson. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go in this first period of play. Skiles from the outside for 3, and Pippen has the board.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Bulls in transition. Scotty for Pax for 3. Cartwright the long carry. Michael Jordan starts the offense. Cartwright can't handle it. Knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Orlando. Let's pause for station identification.
This is WGN-TV Chicago, America's #1 sports station.
Double team on O'Neal. Bowie from the outside. Shaquille the rebound. And we've got a traveling call on the big rook.
Chicago substitution, number 10, P.J. Armstrong.
Up off the bench, P.J. Armstrong comes on for John Paxson. Paxson leading with 7 points.
All right, now we want to see if we can get some scoring off the bench here. So they got 7 out of the starting lineup from John Paxson. Let's see if B.J. can pick up here in the second quarter.
Paxson was 3 of 5 from the field over that span.
But Pax looked strong, didn't he, in those minutes he had?
Seemed to move very well, John. MJ leaves it short. Horace Grant batting away at it. Cartwright pries it loose. Scotty's got a full shot clock. Horace down low is fouled by Bowie on the reach. Anthony Bowie's second personal. That is the 4th on the team and the first in the last 2 minutes. Under 2 minutes to go, first period. 65 seconds to be exact. 24-20. The Bulls holding a 4-point lead, and Horace Grant at the free throw line. Horace 2 out of 3 from the field tonight. His first trip to the charity stripe. John, as we mentioned, for a while he was really struggling from the free throw line as Matty Gukas looks on from the Orlando bench. But recently he's got his free throw shooting up over 60%. That game at Indiana, a couple of tip by Cartwright. Well, Cartwright right now with 5 first-period points. I meant to say that game at Indiana a few Saturday nights ago for Horace Grant really turned him around offensively.
Yeah, that was murderous, wasn't it? That free throw shooting.
Anderson misses from the outside. There's Shaq.
Power move. He went to the middle, reversed down the baseline, and just smashed it through.
He may be a little bit limited offensively, John, but that is one area he's not limited in. He was a dunk specialist for Dale Brown at LSU. Cartwright connects again. He has 7. Bulls leading it by 7. Under a minute to go. Time left in the period. Right-hand corner of your screen. Let's see if the Magic. On the drive, Bowie. The reverse. Pippen takes it off the glass. Bowman. MJ. Lost it off his shin.
They tried to force the issue there to get something that wasn't really there, and they turned over. So now 14.5 seconds here.
And the Magic set it up offensively. Time for one last shot of the period. Bulls leading by 7. Time left in the quarter, right-hand corner.
We like the steering wheel here. The big guy stays underneath.
Anderson on the drive, challenged by Grant, and the foul committed with 3.1 seconds remaining. On Horace, his first.
The foul number 54, Horace Grant.
It'll be a shooting foul.
His first in the last.
It was only the third team foul on the Bulls overall in this quarter. And Nick Anderson heads to the free throw line.
Well, Trent Tucker was on his way up to get in the game. When the Bulls turned it over, he turned around. He's going to... He and Will are going to come back in. Will is a designated out-of-bounds strike thrower. So Michael will be down here. He'll try to out-jump Bowie on this play. And Tucker will try to get to a three-point spot. Let's see if this free throw goes through. Watch Will to throw the long pass.
Nick Anderson, second coming up at the line. Averaging 19.3 points per ball game this season. All-time leading scorer in Orlando Magic history. 1 out of 2 at the line. Rebound, Turner. Knocked down by Perdue. Anderson shot won't go at the buzzer. End of one period of play. The Chicago Bulls lead the Orlando Magic by 6.
Back in Chicago, wouldn't you think?
It worked, didn't it? We got it on. Bulls shot very well in the first period of play. Magic held the edge on the boards. Bulls 7 turnovers in that first period. Orlando averages 18.8 turnovers per game. Turner in the ball game, or Tucker, I should say, in the ball game for Chicago. So is Rodney McCray. First offering is off the mark. Scott Skiles retrieves for the Orlando Magic. P.J. Armstrong, Trent Tucker, the starting backcourt, or the backcourt for the Bulls to start the second period. Nick Anderson, beautiful move down low. Wow. 7 for Anderson.
And he's been shooting poorly, too, but he's got a 3 for 3 tonight.
Recently, he's been shooting poorly, settling for more of the outside shots rather than driving.
He's got 3 for 7.
Quick move down low, Pippen.
Scottie Pippen.
Only his second hoop of the game, but a nice one as he went to the glass and banked it in.
Nick Anderson on the wing. Anderson feeds O'Neal in close. Rodney McCray came over to help out. Will Perdue came back to the ball, and Rodney McCray gets called for the foul. It is his first and the first on the team.
First team foul.
There's a double team again, and they're stepping on in. Shaquille O'Neal goes up to shoot the free throw. Listen, I don't know about you, but I've had a great time since I was here. I must have caught 75 bass. I was out with my Indian guide, Bob Allen, and Dave Hoy took us to the phosphate pits, and we caught some bass and had some fun in Lakeland. I don't know what you were doing, playing golf somewhere, I bet.
No.
You were in the air.
I went back to the Windy City for a little snow, a little fun in the snow.
Well, I really had a great time up here so far. I got my little fix here fishing for some bass during the nice weather.
Now, you don't expect that kind of success when the ponds open up north.
No. He missed 2 free throws here, O'Neal.
And Tucker connects from the outside. Trent Tucker has given the Bulls some positive offense off the bench, especially from three-point range in recent games. And Trent averaging 8.6 points a game in his last 4. Nick Anderson trying to post Scottie Pippen. This is a good matchup. Anderson goes to work. Scottie the rebound. Scottie Pippen told to push it high.
Yes.
McRae.
Rodney running very well on the outside there. He's going to put it up off the glass. He laid it in over the ring.
Bulls up to a 10-point lead, John. That's their largest of the evening. Skiles off a pick by Turner. Skiles on the drive and a foul. Yes, it counts. Foul is on B.J. Armstrong.
You got to take him out of the play. You cannot give him a bump foul and let him get the shot off. Once he gets down that middle,
take a look at what you're talking about here. Watch this.
Here it is. The bump, he can continue on up. Scottie was waiting for the offensive foul, but
Skiles misses the free throw. So the Bulls set it up on the half court, leading 35-27. Rodney McRae, Will Perdue at the high post. Trent Tucker picked up briefly by O'Neal. Bulls with 7 to go on the shot clock. Scottie feeds Will Perdue. And the rebound to Shaquille O'Neal. Scott Skiles on the run. Royal on the reverse.
And a foul. Donald Royal, who we figured was going to get a start tonight, went down the baseline, gets the pass, and Rodney McRae commits his second foul. Good play here as he goes underneath, gets hit on the head, and lays that ball up and over and in. They are running the Bulls now, and they think if they've watched film last couple of games, that's how teams have been getting back at the Bulls, is transition, getting back, running them.
Royal at the free throw line. Former Notre Dame standout puts in on the three-point play. Magic had missed their first 3 free throws here in the early going of the second quarter. Chicago lead is down to 5. McRae, nice feed. Pippen left it short on the hook with the right hand. O'Neal the rebound. Skiles in transition. Nick Anderson for 3.
Bring it up. Anderson not really shooting that well from the three-point area. But he's back on track. 28 for 83.
You had mentioned Anderson had been struggling. He was 6 of his last 25 field goal attempts in the last 2 games. Trent Tucker tries to counter. Turner the rebound. Magic with a chance here to catch the Bulls. Shaq in close. Yes, and a foul.
This is typical Bulls basketball in the last 4 games. They get themselves a lead. They cannot put the team down. And now the Shaq comes back with a basket on the inside. It's tied, and he's got a chance to break the tie as he gets inside on Perdue.
Will Perdue picking up his first personal foul. Already the 4th team foul as you watch this angle of Shaq getting a step at the baseline. Boy, when he's that close, John, at 303 pounds, he's a load to handle. The Magic charging back into it. They've caught the Bulls.
Regularly $6, price only $3.
Shaq and company have sliced a 10-point deficit right down to nothing. They're tied with the Bulls at 35 with 8:40 to go in this second period of play. O'Neal misses a free throw again, but Turner is there. Jeff Turner knifing in for the rebound. He has 2 from the field and 4 points, and Orlando does take the lead. B.J. Armstrong, his first 2 from the field.
Steve Kerr in the ball game now in the backcourt. So they've got a couple of long-distance shooters in Turner and Skiles.
Skiles big speed to Turner. Interior pass to O'Neal denied by Pippen. 12 to go on the shot clock for the Magic.
They got 4 long-distance shooters in there, and they've outscored us 12-2 in the last 125.
Kerr, the former Cleveland Cavalier. Started by Trent Tucker. 5 to go on the shot clock. Turner with a quick release. Jeff Turner with 6 on 3 from the field, and the Magic back on top by 2.
That's happiness for Shaquille O'Neal, I'll tell you that. He's got 4 guys that can shoot the 3.
Pippen draws a foul in close on the up fake. Foul is on Donald Royal. His first, only the first on the team in the second quarter. Well, what the Magic have done a pretty good job of, John, is spreading the floor, and they can do it with their shooters, and that's one way to stretch the defense. Scottie Pippen at the free throw line.
They've made, what, 7 out of their last 8 field goals.
Matt Guokas done a good job of orchestrating things. Yeah, I watched on the Open. We had the picture of Matt Guokas when it was announced that Orlando would have the #1 pick in the draft, and certainly he was elated, but that also put some pressure on the coach now. You must win when you have a man of that talent, Shaquille O'Neal, on your roster.
Yeah, there's Jimmy Rogers.
Yeah,
got Christian Laettner on there, but steal by Scottie.
B.J. Armstrong, and this should be easy. Scottie Pippen with another steal. 4 for Armstrong off the bench tonight. Bulls by 1. Skiles with a high screen by O'Neal. Turner is open. Rebound, Will Perdue. Had 13 against Milwaukee on Friday night. DJ sends it up. McRae, nice drop feed for Pippen. He was double teamed and fouled. Donald Royal came over to try to cut him off.
Scottie, great athletic ability on this play. They double team Shaq. Scottie just up, steals the ball, fires it out to BJ. BJ's got nothing to do but come up with the left hand, lay it off the glass, and in. And then here's the foul down low. Scottie gets the ball from McRae, and Royal tried to step in front, but a little bit late getting there.
Scottie Pippen has led the team in scoring in 2 games this season. In 15 games, he's been over 20 points for Phil Jackson's Bulls. A look at his percentages.
Michael getting some rest here, and Phil, I think, is particularly worried about how Michael has been finishing games. He started off. He really is full of fire and shooting well, and is really tired out in the second half. But Pip makes both of those threes.
You take a look at Saturday night. He was 4 of 13 shooting from the field in the second half at Philadelphia. 2 of 9 in the fourth quarter. Royal got the step, and Pippen held him, I believe. The foul, or yes, Scottie Pippen picks up the foul. His first. Now that puts the Bulls over the foul limit with 6:46 left to go in this first half of play. The Bulls on top, 42-39. Donald Royal at the free throw line gets a pair. Signed as a free agent in July. Played San Antonio last year.
27 games into the season, and you get a look at this team. Royal makes the first free throw. He's 79% shooter from there.
Horace Grant, Michael Jordan back on. Trent Tucker and Scottie Pippen get a rest. Well, you're talking about the Bulls now. You get a look at the Bulls team that...
Well, these two teams play, yeah, I'm
against the Orlando Magic.
Orlando's had 27 games that they've played, and you don't get even to look at them until now.
Royal.
You'd like to catch them early, like the Bulls would have liked to catch San Antonio early when they're struggling, going through some hard times.
You mean with Shark at the end?
There you go.
Here's McRae.
Good move.
I'd say another aspect of this, Red, is the Bulls are getting a look at their team as it basically set up last year, essentially, in terms of the substitution pattern. Paxson starting, BJ coming off the bench, and Scottie Pippen playing with a second team. O'Neal in close, muscles for 2 and a foul.
The Bulls have to start to recognize that move when he goes to the middle. He's going to come back down the baseline, and he's done that. He's spun on in. Watch the move he makes. He goes in, makes the contact, the spin move, and his body is leaning right in there. If you can hold your ground a little bit on the play, Will just backtrack. If he holds his ground there, he jumps in your chest and a foul is on him. But right now, Shaq makes a free throw first time tonight.
He's 1 of 4 from the free throw line. And the Bulls' lead has been dissipated once again by the Magic. We're tied at 44. Will Perdue, B.J. Armstrong. Here's Michael Jordan over Bowie. Magic all over the rebound in the person of Nick Anderson. Shaquille O'Neal double team Horace Grant. Yep. Second time Shaq has been called for traveling tonight.
He's got quick feet, but not that quick. You got to put it down once in a while to get across that blue area.
Now, wait a minute, Reg. When he becomes a veteran, is he going to get that step?
You know, when I played against Chamberlain, I always thought he was walking, but when I played with him, I thought, wow, this is really something.
Armstrong blocked by O'Neal, but the foul is on Skiles. Skiles, his first personal. That's the third on the team. And there's Shaquille O'Neal. He got the shot anyway. You know, the thing about Shaquille O'Neal that you see, and I watched a tape of their game against Philadelphia, is how many shots he hustles to where he blocks the shot of someone who's not his man. It's not just his man he's blocking.
He and Mourning do the same thing. They challenge every shot, and until they learn a little bit, if they ever pick up an old film of a guy named Bill Russell, who was one of the best in the league, he only blocked maybe 5% of the shots in a game, but nobody knew what 5. He gave them the same move, and guys were adjusting and changing their shots. So once they start to look at that, you don't go for everyone, but you give the guy to move like you're going, they'll change the shot on you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. Anderson sets it up for the Orlando Magic. Bulls on top by 2 once again. Biggest lead was 10 points for Chicago. Orlando had a 4-point lead in the first period of play. Skiles looking to penetrate. Bowie from the outside, challenged by Grant, got it off in time, and Anthony Bowie has 8 points on 4 from the field. Once again, we're tied. Horace Grant inside. Good feed from B.J. Armstrong. He had to lead him just right.
Well, you can gamble. You can gamble all you want. Turner gambled that time that Shaq was behind him, but he wasn't.
Bowie. Oh, that's what a Shaquille O'Neal does. There's the alley-oop inside O'Neal. Will Perdue contests, and Jordan comes up with it. B.J. Armstrong. Will Perdue right back. Got a whistle down low. The foul coming up.
Nick got him, didn't he?
Nick Anderson is the guilty party. His first, 4th on the team.
Will Perdue at the line, shooting 2.
Take a look at the last basket by Horace. Yeah. Nice feed from B.J. Armstrong.
See, that Turner tried to front him, and Shaq couldn't get there quick enough. Horace's speed there. Will drops the first one in. Will from Merritt Island down.
All right, Red, now when you have a Shaquille O'Neal, I guess that means you can afford, at least on the other positions down low, to front the players, and Shaq heads out of the ball game right now, and he's replaced by Tom Tolbert. But I guess you can afford to change your defense a little bit, do a little more fronting. You know that big guy is going to get to the ball.
Absolutely.
Horace Grant back taps the rebound to Anderson. He's got a 2-on-1 with Skiles.
He missed it.
Skiles blew it inside. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch, I believe, by the Bulls. Michael Jordan knocked it out, I think. Skiles says, how did I leave that one short? Anthony Bowie will trigger on the inbound. 4.5 minutes to go in this first half of play, but an entertaining first half. Turner sets the screen for Skiles. Reverse the ball over to Bowie. Had his shot halfway down. Perdue has the rebound knocked away by Anderson. It will be Chicago basketball. Quickly up off the bench, Stacey King coming on. He replaces Will Perdue. Perdue plays some significant minutes, or will he replace Will Perdue? Not yet. They're not going to allow the substitution as of yet. Rodney McCray. Horace Grant had it knocked away, picked up by Bowie. To Anderson. Gets by B.J. Armstrong. To Skiles. To Nick Anderson.
Boy, they had about 8 chances to turn that ball open, and they end up with a layup on it. Bulls with a 1-point lead, 3:50 to go.
We are first half of play from Orlando Arena. MJ. Will Perdue again.
That's the way to put it in, Will. No more of these baby finger rolls. Get up there and slam it home. You got Tom Tolbert you're playing against right now.
Don't have to worry about a Shaq attack.
Bulls getting good support off their bench, and that's been a problem.
Anderson from the outside. Anderson having a good ball game. 14 points tonight in the first half for Nick Anderson.
Their all-time leading scorer. He better get some good games.
McCray, nice look. Horace Grant on the drive. 9 for Horace Grant. Bulls lead it by 3. Entertaining finish to this first half of play. 3 minutes left to go, first half. Will Purdue way outplaying defense. Anderson from the outside for 2 or 3. Second tray of the night for Anderson. He has 17.
Oh, Will was wide open. Couldn't get him the ball.
5 to go on the shot clock. Good look from MJ. To Horace Grant. Will Purdue to Grant. 11 for Grant.
One thing Matty Gizzard does not want. Oh, come on, Hank. You haven't blown the whistle all night. Was that one for the timeout?
Foul on Rodney McCray.
Yeah.
His third. Team is over the limit. Horace Grant talking it over with one of the officials. 2:14 to go in the half, and the Bulls on top. 27th, Bulls and Hawks, Coca-Cola Youth Jersey Night. First 5,000 kids, 14 and younger, receive a John Paxson Bulls jersey. Compliments of Coca-Cola. Watch Will Purdue. Good eyes.
Yeah, nice pass underneath, and Horace cleans it up. So Nick Anderson's going to shoot 2 free throws.
Will Purdue has a seat on the bench. Did a fine job off the bench for the Bulls in his first half. Anderson missing on his first. They'll have another. Anderson with 17 points, including a pair of 3-point field goals. 18 now for Anderson to this first half of play. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go, first half. The Chicago lead down to 1. Armstrong hounded by Skiles. Jordan in close, manufactures a shot and draws a foul. It's on Tolbert. Tom Tolbert's third personal, and that puts Orlando over the foul limit. On tap, NBA scores coming up. Scotty and Brian being the younger Larrabees in the house. They are big time White Sox fans, and they'll look forward to that interview with Hawk Harrelson. Tolbert leaves, and Shaquille O'Neal comes back on.
So Jordan misses the free throw here. Michael Jordan, 1989, got 49 points in a game that the Bulls lost here right after the All-Star game, 135 to 128. And he got it wearing number 49, uniform 49. He never wore it again. They would have to take a crane to get that off of me.
Pressure in the backcourt. Skiles losing control.
Oh, now where's the foul?
Shaq in close.
That's terrible. Phil should get thrown out for arguing that one, too. A trip call, and they say it was a slip.
We're tied at 56. Jordan against Bowie, and
is it a technical?
I think it is.
They say you blow a call and you get a T, right? Phil was every right to be down their throat.
No question. Let's take a look at the play that caused the technical foul. Skiles out of control here. Pippen stripped by Skiles.
He just clips him.
Yes.
He just clips him. They get a stuff out of it and a technical foul out of it.
And he made the free throw, did Scott Skiles. So the T on Phil Jackson, that gives the Magic a 1-point lead. Bulls basketball. Jordan had to adjust the shot. Stacey King got clobbered in close by Jeff Turner. First on Turner.
Jeff Turner. His first penalty situation in effect.
So Stacey King will be heading to the free throw line. Boy, I'll tell you what, Stacey King is a guy you'd like to see get off the mark, John, because 2 of 18 from the field in his last 4 games, 11%. 1.7 points per ball game in the last 4, and only 2 rebounds per game. Stacey drains the first. The Bulls bench in the last the bench has been very effective, and Stacey King drops in a pair of free throws.
That's 17 tonight, and a travel on the play. If you ask how Shaquille O'Neal is doing tonight, he's 5 out of 6 from the field, 1 out of 4 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds. He's got 3 assists. He's got 5 turnovers and 1 personal foul.
That latest turnover on Scott Skiles for travel, and you mentioned 17 points by the Bulls bench here tonight. Armstrong off that bench. Anthony Bowie. Skiles to Anderson on the run. Jordan takes it away and knocked it out of bounds. Going to belong to the Magic. Michael stopped that fast kick, snuffed it right out on the wing. Nick Anderson was blowing by him, and all of a sudden he said, wait a minute, I forgot the ball.
Well, they show it on the overhead camera here, and of course it leads to 15,000 plus boos.
Well, they thought Michael fouled on the play, reaching in. Anderson posting up. This is what he did a lot of last year. Leans in on Pippen. Back tap to B.J. Armstrong. Here's Scottie Pippen. Stacey King running the floor. 4 for Stacey King. Armstrong with 6. 4 for King. 4 for McCray off that bench. 3 for Will Perdue. Nick Anderson for 3. Michael Jordan the rebound. Under 30 seconds to go. First half of play. MJ for 3. Anderson up high for the board.
They try to get 2 for 1. They're not going to get it now. They're just going to have to relax. There should be a pick and roll on the side. Last shot. Bulls can go in with a lead if they don't commit a 3 here.
Shaquille O'Neal has 11 points in the ball game thus far. And 3 assists, 7 rebounds. 5 to go on the shot clock. They clear it out for Anderson with the finger roll. Turner trying to put it back as time winds down in this first half of play. So at halftime, very entertaining first half. Matt Guokas and his young Magic trail the Chicago Bulls by 3. We'll be back with our halftime activities from Arena in Orlando after these words on Channel 9. Both teams identical, 53% marksmanship. The Magic held a very slight edge on the boards, although the Bulls did do a better job on the offensive boards. Bulls forced 11 turnovers and scored 16 points off of those turnovers. Individually, Horace Grant led the way for Chicago, but balanced scoring in that starting lineup for the Bulls. And as far as the Orlando Magic numbers are concerned, Nick Anderson up there is having a pretty good night from the field. Anderson 7 of 15 shooting. The Miller.
They sure would like to have a bigger arena than the 15,000 plus this whole.
Oh, yeah. Boy,
you know, one thing you want to take a look at here is the block shots. The Magic 0. The Bulls had 5 block shots.
That is surprising when you think about it. You consider who's in the ball game for the Magic. Horace Grant gets the Bulls off the mark to start the second half of play. Horace now with 13 points. Bulls on top by 5. Just the start of things, third period. Oh, good dish to Shaquille O'Neal, pushed by Horace Grant, and the foul is on Grant, his second and the first on the team.
Yeah, Horace got there too quick that time. He actually got there too quick. Didn't give O'Neal a chance to make his play. Watch as he catches. He couldn't stop himself. And he commits the foul. That's a tough wall to bounce off, isn't it?
It sure is.
300+ pounds.
I don't think it's padded very well either. Take a look at the scoring off the bench, and we mentioned that in the open. Shaq can't handle that pass down low. It'll go to Chicago. But the Bulls bench, a very positive first half of play, John, and that's really good to see.
303, they got him listed at.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, most of it's muscle. There's not a lot of fat on that body. It's distributed pretty well. Bulls on the attack right now, leading 62-57. Here's Scottie Pippen going to work as they isolate on Nick Anderson. Scottie stopped, 5 to go on the shot clock. Horace Grant comes out popping. His second from the field. Has all 4 points that have been scored in this second half thus far. A little over 2 minutes gone by, or a little over a minute gone by in this third period. Anderson driving baseline, blocking foul, Scottie Pippen. It is his second, and the second on the team already. Magic won a big game here on Friday night. They beat the New York Knicks 95-94. They were trailing by 10, 91-81, 6 minutes left, then went on a 14-3 run to win it. Anthony Bowie frees up. First points of the second half for the Magic.
Anthony Bowie moves away from his season high. He had 14 earlier in the year.
Here's Scottie Pippen. Horace Grant backhands the rebound to Paxson. They reverse to Jordan. Shaquille O'Neal, loose ball foul coming up, and Let's see who they're calling.
He wants to call on 34, but who?
There's
Scotty.
33.
Scottie Pippen is who they get the foul on.
His third. The third team foul. We got 10:22 to play here.
You're right. The first signal he gave to the scorers table was 34. I don't see a 34 in there. Skiles takes it up for the Magic. Bulls have 3 team fouls on them already this third period. O'Neal gets by Cartwright. Made a good move. Bill Cartwright commits the foul.
I don't know why Bill wants a bite on that. You want to drop back and make him take the shot. Bill challenged him out there 12, 13 feet away.
Here's what you're talking about.
Look at it. Bill should just drop back, block any way he can get to the basket.
Force Shaq to take the short jump.
Yeah, make him take the short jumper. Don't give him that pass at a hoop where he can wind up a slam and get this crowd back in what's going on here. The Bulls have a 5-point lead. They got a bad shooter up there, but he makes the first free throw now. He's made 2 out of the 5 that he's attempted.
Came in shooting 57% from the free throw strike. Well, he had a big night against Indiana. 20 rebounds, 30 points, and 8 block shots. 1 out of 2 at the line, and the Bulls will get the basketball back. Last touch by Orlando, though I didn't see anyone from Orlando knock it out of bounds. I thought it was knocked out by the Bulls, but a break for Chicago, perhaps. And Jordan looks to capitalize. Good ball movement. Scottie Pippen. Cartwright has the open top. Tipped by Horace Grant. Colbert finally controls down low. Chicago leading by 4. Still the early going, third period. Nick Anderson on the weak side. Colbert with a good pass. 20 for Anderson. Former Illini standout out of Chicago. Horace Grant. The ball knocked away. A foul coming up on Colbert. Fourth personal on Colbert. First on the team.
Magic substitution, number 31.
Up off the bench, Jeff Turner comes on, replacing Tom Colbert. Colbert, as I mentioned, cut by Golden State this fall and picked up in November by the Magic. Interior feed to Grant denied by Turner and knocked out of bounds by the Magic. They knocked it off the baseline. So the Bulls will get it back. 19 to go on the shot clock for Chicago. Scottie Pippen will toss on the inbounds. John Paxson out front. Scottie Pippen. 9 points for Pippen. 3 minutes gone by. We are third period of play from Orlando Arena. Shot not there. Horace Grant rebound. Pass for Pippen off the mark. Scottie could not haul it in, and the Magic get a reprieve.
Bulls only had 5 turnovers in that first half. That's a pretty good deal. To 11. But this time they just turn it off, trying to get out, turn it over, trying to get over out and run.
Nick Anderson. Anderson on the penetration. Shaquille O'Neal.
Inside of Neal with his 6th hoop of the night. Wow.
With authority on that putback. Foul on Anthony Bowie as he tipped it away from Michael Jordan.
Take a look at this
Bowie.
basket. Now watch him get inside here. The shot is missed, but he's all alone inside. All he's got to do is time the jump, and he did that very well.
Anderson on the roll with the right hand. Shaq makes sure. Scottie Pippen up and firing. Hit his second in a row. Pippen with 11. Chicago lead is 4. Skiles against Paxson. Nick Anderson and Scottie Pippen. Cartwright out to help out. Pippen collects to Jordan. Bulls score off the steal.
MJ with his 10th, 11th point. Had 8 right away in that first quarter, and has been very quiet here.
Got a lot of rest in the second period, John, as the bench played effectively. Phil Jackson was able to leave him on the bench. Turner off the mark. Pippen up high for the board, and here come the Bulls on the run once again. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight. Scottie backing Anderson. Looks to duck inside of Anderson, and it tipped away. And stolen on the play by Skiles to Anderson. Oh, beautiful move. Couldn't make it go.
What a play by... Oh, look at this.
Horace Grant to Jordan to Pippen.
Poster time. What a play by Horace. Horace saved it from going out of bounds. Threw it to Michael. It hit the net. Whipped the net up in the air. Slowed the pass down, and then they got it all the way down. Here's a timeout.
Bulls with a spurt have jumped out to an 8-point lead with 7:15 to go in the third. Game, you could win a heat-sensitive Bulls t-shirt or part of $12 million in cash prizes.
Well, sometimes the bank is open, sometimes it's closed. This bank shot is off. No, the bank was closed. Horace throws it in there. It hits the net, slows it down. Michael looks down at court, and all we've got to do is make a safety deposit here, and there it is.
And the Bulls, as a result, have the 72-64 lead and are shooting very well, to say the least, in the third period. 7:15 to go, third quarter. Magic taking a little extra time here breaking camp. Let's pause for station identification.
This is WGN-TV Chicago, America's #1 sports station.
Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Redkirk, great to have you with us. We understand the weather not the best in the Chicagoland area, so good to have you with us from warm, muggy Florida on this Tuesday night. Oh, good feed to Shaquille O'Neal. He couldn't handle the pass. Gets it back, and Cartwright strips him of the ball, but commits the foul.
Boy, they tried that alley-oop from way out.
Yeah, it was
Nick
Anthony
Anderson,
Bowie.
way out, and now Cartwright and Michael talking about, look at a tough play, way over the top. He had it. He missed the shot, and then he comes back down, and Cartwright grabs him underneath. So that's a third foul on Bill Cartwright. Shaquille O'Neal to the free throw line for the 7th and 8th times here.
And already, John, it places the Bulls over the foul limit here in this third period of play.
Well, I think it will bother him if they foul the real good shooters now.
Yes.
But taking a shot on this guy when he's right under the basket, I think you'd rather have that. As you see, 3 out of 7. Make it 3 out of 8.
So Jack splits at the line. Chicago's lead is 7.
That's why I said before about making him take the 15-foot jumper, because you can tell a guy's shooting ability most of the time from the free throw line.
That's a foul right there in Jeff Turner. His second, third on the team.
You know, I don't know if we failed to mention, I think Scott Williams is on the injured list. 5 games he'll miss, and they picked up Joe Courtney from the CBA. Joe was one of the last players cut from the Bulls in their training camp, and he's with them here on the bench.
O'Neal out to double team Jordan briefly. Horace Grant down low, and it knocked away by Nick Anderson. Here comes Skiles. Bumped by Paxson. And the foul coming up on John is his second. Take a look at the strip down low here. Nick Anderson with that club, the left arm to trigger it loose. And Scott Skiles head to the free throw line. Anderson's played well on both ends here tonight.
Let's see what happens here now. O'Neal is right in the middle. Let's see if they come to a press here. He's the middle man, and see if they're going to throw a full court press against the Bulls, because Skiles is a real good free throw shooter. See if they do it.
There's O'Neal in the middle of your picture.
No, he just drifts on back to pick up any fast break attempts. All right.
9 points for Scott Skiles, so there was no defense of any specialty on at that point.
Right.
Coming up on 6.5 minutes to go, third period of play. Jordan up and firing. MJ connecting with his second from the field of this third period of play. He has 13. Bulls on top of the Magic by 7. Skiles, Bowie, Jack down low. The pass a little bit too much for him. Here come the Bulls off the turnover. Jordan with that hesitation move on the side. Manufactures a shot, and he's fouled. It's on Shaquille O'Neal, his second personal, 4th on the team.
Michael turned it on here. He came down a baseline. He sees the Shaq there. He comes in, makes the contact. He throws that lefty over ahead. It wasn't there, but he'll shoot 2 free throws.
I don't think that was a manufacture, John. That was a creation. You know what I mean?
After, oh, yeah. Mike didn't know what was going to go on there, but when he saw that big body.
Yeah.
I'll never get off him in there.
That is.
My wife and I were during the playoffs last year. Betsy and I were up at Nike Town where Michael's likeness is there. She was talking, and all of a sudden it got dark. She thought one of the light bulbs went off, and we looked up, and it was Shaquille O'Neal walked by the spotlight. She says, "I've never seen anybody as big as this guy." And it's 3:03 and 7-1. MJ makes 2.
Bulls on top, 76-67. Under 6 minutes to go, third period. Anthony Bowie. Penetration, Bowie on the roll. Jack had the rebound for a moment. Still up for grabs. Shaquille O'Neal in close again. Gets it back. 17 for the rookie from LSU. Chicago lead again 7. Scottie Pippen. Rebound, Cartwright. MJ on the block against Bowie. Michael traveled.
Boy, it makes you really wonder how LSU didn't win anything big in the NCAA with Chris Jackson and this guy. Wow.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it, John? Down low to the big guy, O'Neal. Jack finds Bowie in traffic. Anderson is open on the drive. Anderson again, blocked by Jordan. Here comes Paxson. MJ looking to finish. Jordan over Anderson. Bowie the rebound. Here's Skiles. Shaquille O'Neal. 19 for O'Neal. 5-point lead, Chicago Bulls. Scottie Pippen sets it up. We got a timeout by the Bulls. 4:23 to go. Scottie Pippen and company, their lead has shrunk to 5. To benefit charitables at the Sherry Berto Center in Deerfield. Call 312-943-5800 for more information. Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Red Kerr, the Bulls on top, 76-71. Take a look at the block shot statistic. My goodness, that's a bit of a surprise when you consider Shaquille O'Neal's on the floor for the Magic. Shaquille denied that interior feed by Bill Cartwright, intended for Horace Grant, knocked it out of bounds.
Watch Michael on a dummy play right here. Let's see if he takes it on, Bowie.
9 to go on the shot clock for the Bulls. 4:14 on the game clock for the third period. MJ with a quick release. Horace Grant the putback. 17 now for Horace. 7 points the lead for Chicago. Skiles directing traffic. Jeff Turner. Anderson to the baseline. Double team by Horace Grant. Turner on the drop. Jordan the rebound. Bulls out on the run. They've got a 3-on-2 at the moment. Paxson on the wing. Jordan the tip.
What a nice one-hand tip. He flipped it over to Pax. Pax usually nails those shots on the break.
17 for MJ. 8 of which have come here in the third.
Bulls have taken a couple leads.
Jack with a good feed. Turner on the drive. Jeff Turner now with 8 points. 7-point lead, Chicago. Pippen driving baseline on the fadeaway. Horace Grant is there to collect. Scottie gets a reprieve. Bowie the rebound. Skiles out on the run. Anderson on the wing. Nick Anderson leaves it short.
Go, Mike, go.
Here comes Jordan.
Yep, he's gone.
19 for MJ, and the Chicago lead is back to 9.
Scottie Pippen with his 10th assist to go with those 13 points.
Quick ball movement by the Magic. Bowie out of the corner. Here's Scottie Pippen. Jordan backs off on the dribble. The Bulls set it up on the half court. Horace Grant down the lane.
Nobody there to the Shack didn't even close the door on him.
I bet you Horace is surprised, too. 19 now for Horace Grant. And we've got a timeout, 22nd timeout coming up for Matt Guokas and the Orlando Magic. They have slipped behind by 11. Again, a 22nd timeout. Trent Tucker will be coming into the ball game for the Bulls.
Okay, let's take a look at the inbounds play I was talking about. Now, Michael can't go anywhere because Scott Skiles had his hand in the middle of his back, but he comes over, he takes the little jump shot. The jump shot is not there. Horace was right there to clean it up.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Bulls and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Chicago Bulls. Wayne Larrivee and Johnny Red Kerr sold out Orlando Arena. And it'll be sold out for a long time as long as that guy's around. Shaquille O'Neal.
You got that right.
Anthony Bowie triggering on the inbound. 19 to go on the shot clock to start this sequence for Orlando. O'Neal double teamed by Tucker. Turner on the drive. Jeff Turner scoring again inside. He has 10 points. 9 points the lead for Chicago. Paxson and Tucker both in the game at the same time. Two good spot-up jump shooters. Horace Grant with a nifty turnaround. He has 21 points through 3 periods. Bulls are shooting well.
Yeah, big game for Horace.
53% for Chicago on 35 of 66 shooting from the field. Skiles finds Royal. Missed the puppy inside.
Well, he could have slammed that home, and he just took it easy.
He found the back of the rim. And the back of the iron is hard.
He's in there with
Skiles.
Yep.
Bulls reverse it to Tucker, over to Paxson. 5 to go on the shot clock. Back the other way to Horace Grant. 2 to go. Cartwright, will he get it off in time?
Yes,
in time.
Stuffed it right in the face. Wow.
Cartwright on the roll with the left hand. He has 9 in the game now.
You expected that to be swatted away, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Donald Royal. And the Magic set it up. They trail 88-75. Biggest lead for the Bulls tonight. Royal through the lane, lost the handle. Here's Cartwright to Pippen.
Watch this three here by Trent.
Tucker gives it up to Scotty. Bulls will set up the offense. A triangle to the right side. Cartwright up high as they reverse it. Scotty Pippen off the screen. Here's Paxson. Right back to Scotty. Pax with 5 to go on the shot clock. Tucker for 3.
Hello! Yes! Ring it up long distance.
5 for Trent Tucker, and the lead is 16 for the Bulls in the final seconds of the third period.
You wonder when they were going to find him. They were looking for him, trying to get it to him. Skiles wants one.
Skiles will get 2 if this one goes. Pippen the rebound. 3 seconds. Time winding down to the right-hand corner of your screen. Tucker squares again. No. As the third period comes to a close, an impressive third quarter for the Bulls, who have expanded a 3-point halftime lead into a 91-75 lead after 3. Jazz, it's WMAQ radio t-shirt night. First 10,000 fans will receive a Bulls t-shirt, compliments of WMAQ radio. Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Red Kerr, as we begin the fourth period of play. 91-75 the score, and you get a look at the numbers through 3 quarters, and the Bulls shooting very well in this ball game. O'Neal had it knocked away by Jordan. Trent Tucker to B.J. Armstrong. Bench played very well in the first half. Jordan from the outside. Horace Grant doing yeoman's work, and that's a goaltend against Shaquille O'Neal. Horace Grant doing quite a job on the offensive board here tonight once again.
Hey, how about taking a look at this block? Not a block. It's up close. Oh, here's the steal right here by Michael Jordan, and then they come down and they go on the other end, and then we get a goaltend. Horace just makes a little move here. The ball is going over the rim, and it's swiped out of bounds, and Horace is going to shoot a... Was he fouled on the play?
Yeah, he was fouled on the play by O'Neal. That's the third on O'Neal. First on the team in the fourth period of play.
Magic substitution, number 25, Nick Anderson.
Nick Anderson back into the lineup.
Donald Royal.
And Horace Grant at the free throw line. puts in on the free throw.
Well, you know one thing, Tim Hallam's sitting back there on his couch in that warm weather watching his game while you and I are down here toiling and sweating and working with John Diamond.
Yeah, and it's been tough, too.
Material Green trying to run the show here. Was a Bulls player at one time.
Material Green on the drive, and we've got a foul coming up. Foul is on B.J. Armstrong. It is his second personal, first on the team. Let's go back to that.
Let me just take a quick look here. As you see Scottie Pippen, it's his third triple-double of the season, Wayne. 13 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, the 10th in his career. You see him sitting there between Paxson and Bill Cartwright. What a job. This game has got 11:19 to go.
Yeah, think about that.
Magic substitution, number 33.
Material Green puts in on his first. Turner leaves, and Terry Catlett, very popular player here in Orlando, comes on. He was injured much of this season. On the injured list for a broken hand, missed 19 games. Material Green was a second-round draft choice of the Bulls. They shipped him down here to Orlando over the summer for a second-round draft choice next year. Then the Bulls set it up offensively. Will Perdue up high post. Michael Jordan. Armstrong left unattended. Nick Anderson the rebound.
Mike had his pick that time of B.J. or Trent Tucker. B.J. missed the shot. Here it is in. Now watch what happens. In close.
Anderson. Green penetrates. Scored and a foul. Foul is on Horace Grant for a push. His third and the second on the team.
Foul number 54, Horace Grant. His third, second.
They forget about this guy, Material Green, as they come over to double team him. Horace comes out. Down the middle he comes, gets the bump, hits it off the glass. So these come in real quick here. Got 4 points.
And Material Green connects on the free throw. He's hit 3 free throws in a row. Bulls lead is 14. Armstrong feeds Grant. O'Neal came over to challenge that time. Anderson the rebound. Steve Kerr. Bears watching with a 3-point strike. Shaq double team, drops it off for Catlett. Catlett not able to handle it. Pass a bit off the mark. I don't know if he just wasn't expecting it.
Look, Will, you're open real quick.
Perdue against Catlett. Horace Grant looking to post the big guy, Shaquille O'Neal. Grant with the left-handed hook.
Horace stuck it right over the big guy.
He is 5 in the fourth period, 26 in the game, John.
We just saw him get 30 earlier. What was it, last month, I guess it was. He got 30.
Trying to feed Shaquille O'Neal inside, denied by the Bulls. Last touch by Chicago. Horace Grant is 12 of 15 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line.
We saw him get he was 30-20, 30 points and 20 rebounds at Indiana.
Rodney McRae in for Horace Grant. Rodney played well in his stint in the first half of play. Material Green inside of the up fake draws the foul.
How is this guy getting loose? Nobody was getting that loose during the game. Are they not watching him or what?
BJ picks up his third personal foul. He's been loose ever since he came in, though.
They took the ball out almost in front of the Bulls bench, and yet the man came from the weak side, was wide open underneath the basket.
Material Green misses on his first. 3 out of 4 at the free throw line for Green.
He's the only guy that scored in this quarter.
Jordan has it tipped away by Catlett. Michael regains. 9:45 left to go in the contest. Bulls leading 96-80. Rodney McRae overplayed by Catlett. Will Perdue at a high post. Here's Trent Tucker. Rodney takes the outside jumper. Rebound O'Neal. Steve Kerr.
Motion offense. Here they go. Watch them start weaving and winding.
Anderson. 8 to go on the shot clock. Anderson backing in. Material Green from the outside. Michael Jordan skies for the rebound. Coming up on 9 minutes left to go. Lead pass Will Perdue denied by Shaquille O'Neal. It will be Chicago basketball. 19 seconds to go on the shot clock. Bulls are leading by 16 here. Big third period of play where they outscored the Magic 31-18. Trent Tucker. Jordan. Let's see if they get the double team. O'Neal is coming over to help out. Will Perdue is loose.
Will Banks went in off the glass.
5 for Perdue off the Bulls bench tonight.
Quieted this crowd down, didn't it?
Well, 98-80 will have an effect on a home crowd when it's on the bottom end of that equation. Material Green once again is open, and he hits it for the second time from the field.
He's making the Bulls look like it was a bad deal.
7 now for Material Green. B.J. Armstrong for 3. Rebound fought for by both Green and Nick Anderson from the same team. Terry Catlett lost his footing, and it belongs to Chicago. Phil Jackson up off the bench orchestrating. There's a look at the scoring from the bench. It's a much improved Chicago bench we've seen tonight offensively. Rodney McCray. Armstrong off the screen by McCray, and B.J. connects with his first field goal of the second half. Has 8 points in the game. Just under 8 minutes left to go in the ball game, and the Magic need a timeout. 7:50 to go from Orlando. The Bulls have already reached the century mark. On February 23rd, the Bulls battle the Milwaukee Bucks. It's Ameritech Mobile Communication Car Message Pad night. First 10,000 fans entering the stadium will receive a Bulls car message pad, compliments of Ameritech Mobile Communications.
Oh, we got some terrible news here tonight. Pittsburgh Penguins superstar center Mario Lemieux has been diagnosed as suffering from Hodgkin's disease. The team announced tonight. You can learn more about that on Channel 9 Sports News after the game.
Oh, that is a devastating report.
Absolutely.
Steve Kerr has it taken away by Trent Tucker, and the Bulls are on the run. They've got a 3-on-1. B.J. Armstrong. 10 for B.J. 20-point lead for Chicago. Their biggest of the night.
Well, BJ's come back with the 10 points off the bench they were looking for, right?
Yes,
sir. They've made that start with John Paxson. They got some good production of the Pax.
Nick Anderson loses the defense. Nick Anderson, who had a big first half, only his second hoop of the second half.
Bulls did a great job of keeping him to 20 points down to the third period.
Here's Trent Tucker. Michael backing Nick Anderson. MJ.
I wonder how many times out of the 20,000 points he had, I've seen him make that shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to the right, to the center, going to the left.
21 for Jordan now. Bulls in command here in the fourth period of play. Material Green, good roll by Tolbert to the bucket, and no, but a foul. McCray and Perdue converged, and the foul is on Will Perdue. It is his third and the fourth on the team.
Will Perdue.
A couple of possessions ago, take a look at this defensive play here.
Good steal. Trent Tucker with the quick hands as he wiped it from Steve Kerr, and then he went down, looked at Michael on one side, but it wasn't there. He laid it over to B.J. B.J. made it, and here's a 60% shooter, Tom Tolbert at the line. Makes his first free throw.
Tolbert now with 3 points in the game. With Tolbert as a starter in their lineup, the Magic were 6-4 coming into tonight's game. Catledge the rebound. Foul coming up.
Catledge over the years has really hurt this ball club. Getting him in low and, really working at the inside game. The fourth foul on Will Perdue. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
2 shots coming up. Bulls are over the foul limit. They've been over the foul limit in every period early tonight, John.
Yeah.
Phil Jackson says I can't stand it anymore. No. Catledge with his second upcoming. They've overcome a broken hand this season, and we got a loose ball foul coming up on Will Perdue.
That's his
no lane violation.
Wasn't lane. He got in too quick. But I don't know why you want to get in. Material Green is what, 6'1"?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to do that. But he does take an awful slow time when he brings it up over his head and he waits. Then he makes the free throw. Catledge with 2 of them.
Some pressure in the backcourt from Material Green. Perdue offers a screen to Armstrong. Coming up on 6.5 left to go in the ball game. Purdue, and away from the ball, B.J. Armstrong was blocked by Laterio Green, and Green picks up his second personal. That is the second of the team. Michael Jordan will inbound. 104-87 the score. Bulls on top. B.J. Armstrong off a screen by Jordan. Trent Tucker. Rodney McRae finds Jordan in close, and Catledge helping out. We got a foul coming up either on Catledge or on Laterio Green. They're calling it on Green for a push inside. His third on the team.
Michael Jordan at the line, shooting 2.
Bulls with 6:13 to go here have hit this century mark with 104 points, and they have a tough time reaching that. But tonight, relative ease. Jordan makes his 4th out of 5 free throws and bring up Little.
Michael with 23 now.
Did you notice the speed limit at our resort where we stayed today was 23 miles an hour? I wonder if the guy had anything to do with that.
Probably did, Red. I wouldn't put it past him. Catledge, nice move. Nice block by Will Purdue.
Another block for the Bullies. 8? Was it 8?
8 for Chicago. Jordan. Here's Trent Tucker.
Tough.
Jordan with that turnaround over Steve Kerr. Rodney McRae batting away at it. We've got a loose ball foul coming up on the Magic.
Foul number 40.
Fouls coming up on Tolbert.
Let's take a look at some good defensive work by Will Purdue. As Catledge takes it down, he makes a spin to the hoop. He's looking for the bat. Bam! Get out of here, Will. So this is my street.
At the line, shooting 2.
Foul on Tolbert is his 5th. It is the 4th on the team, and Rodney McRae's at the free throw stripe. 4 points in the second period of play for Rodney. Has 5 now in the ball game. Here's Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal up off the bench reporting on.
Was not a very happy flight in here from Philadelphia, where the Bulls lost the game. They were mulling things over very quietly, and they needed a little more ball movement. They needed to get back, cover up defensively on the transition game. They've done that very well tonight.
They certainly have. And again, the ball movement, and I think the spacing's been much better here tonight, Red, and it's made for some great plays. Material Green, Catledge on the move. Terry Catledge's first field goal. He has 5 points in the game. Make that 4 points for Catledge. 5:17 left to go in the contest. Bulls in control and have been since the 3rd period. Armstrong from the outside. Purdue. BJ's had a good night off the bench with 12 points now.
Well, they got Laterio Green guarding Mike, and Mike's just taking him down the hole, and when he gets in trouble, they just pitches it right off.
Catledge hard off the glass. Rodney McRae the rebound. The outlet knocked out of bounds by a hustling Terry Catledge. It will be Chicago basketball. I mentioned BJ with the 12 points here tonight. He had been averaging 6.5 points per ball game in his last 4, shooting 33% from the field. Much improved here tonight, 5 of 9 shooting from the field. Michael Jordan. At least a couple of days down here in the Florida sun have helped the Bulls. McRae drains another one to the outside. He has 3 from the field, 8 points in the game. 112-89, Chicago. Catledge trying to force the issue, batted right back at him. 10 to go on the shot clock. Kerr being pressured by Tucker. Catledge had it knocked away by Rodney McRae. They call the foul. 4th on Rodney. Team is over the limit.
Mike is out, and here comes Corey Williams, the rookie from Oklahoma State. He'll come in the back. So Michael Jordan leaves with his number. Is that right? 23 or more?
23 points for Michael Jordan. Rodney McRae's 5th personal foul, not his 4th. Catledge at the line.
The Bulls have Tucker, B.J. Armstrong, and Williams in the game. The guard spots, McRae and Will.
Catledge now with 5 points. Activated on January 5th off that broken hand injury that had him on the injured list. Makes good out of pair. 6 points for Terry Catledge. 112-91 Chicago. Just over 4 minutes left to go.
How about Scotty? A triple-double and left the game with 11 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
He probably won't get back.
Tucker with a quick move. Brent Tucker has 7 points now. 3 from the field.
Well, they talk about the much maligned bench. Not tonight.
No.
Not tonight. Big-time points for the Bullies.
Big-time production from the bench. Laterial Green will Purdue the rebound. Here's B.J. Armstrong running with Steve Kerr. Corey Williams, the rookie. Nick Anderson is there. Under 4 minutes to go. Anderson penetrating, nicely done with the right hand. 24 for Nick Anderson, 18 of which came in the first half. Tucker trying to go backdoor to McCray. It will be Orlando basketball.
Chicago
Stacey King up off the bench, reporting on for Chicago, replacing Rodney McCray.
Magic substitution number 14,
Anthony Bowie in the ball game for Orlando, replacing Nick Anderson. And I imagine Nick is going to sit down for the rest of tonight with 24 points. Laterial Green beating Catledge against Stacey King.
Travel, you heard, hollered off the bench. Might have been the call, but it wasn't there.
114-95, Chicago. Under 3 minutes to go. Stacey King way outside now. Catledge comes out to it. 10 to go on the shot clock for the Bulls on this possession. Armstrong penetrating. This is to Will Purdue and the monster slam. 7 for Will.
Big Will cleaning it up. He's got 7 rebounds. He's done a nice job.
Bulls winning big. Late in the 4th period of play. Steve Kerr had it knocked away. Here's Catlett. Finds the handle and the basket.
He is one of the most opportune players. That ball is around the floor. You heard Tex Winter hit the deck. Means go after the loose ball when it hits the floor.
That ball just seems to bounce to Catlett, doesn't it? Purdue against O'Neal. Here's B.J. Armstrong. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. 5 to go on the shot clock. B.J. penetrating. This is for Purdue with the hook shot. It's good, but it won't count. Traveling violation by the Bulls, and we've got a timeout, Chicago, with 1:44 to go. Will Purdue can hardly believe it. Bulls by that much. February 27th, when the Bulls take on the Atlanta Hawks, it's Coca-Cola Youth Jersey Night. First 5,000 kids 14 and younger will receive a John Paxson Bulls jersey, compliments of Coca-Cola. Bulls winning big here tonight. Right. Orlando basketball. Less than 2 minutes to go. Laterial Green. Green trying to penetrate, and he's fouled on the play by Joe Courtney. Take a look at the rookie watch. This is against Chicago competition. The fine rookies in the NBA, and there are dozens of them, it seems like. You get a look at that and what Mourning has done in Weatherspoon. And how about the Shack tonight?
How does he stack up? There he is.
Well, there he is, and there is what he's done.
Not bad, huh? 11 rebounds. I don't think he has a block shot tonight.
He does not have a block shot. 1 out of 2 at the line for Laterial Green.
Substitution number 45, Joe Courtney.
Take a look at the team. 7 for the Bullies. I mentioned inadvertently 8. I got so excited when I saw him have that many.
That is a lot of block shots, though, for this ball club. Stacey King flashes open. Courtney trying to pry it loose from behind. Tom Kite, or I should say Greg Kite, comes up with it. Catledge in close. Catledge with 12.
He's got that great move. He comes off the bench with 12 points. He comes off the move where he comes in. He stops, comes to a jump stop, shows you the ball, and when you go up in the air, he lays it in.
Coming up on a minute left to go. Corey Williams double team. B.J. Armstrong. Here's Joe Courtney. Height comes up with a rebound. Purdue.
Oh, he punched that ball. Kite just whacked it.
Kerr to Bowie. Anthony Bowie with 12. Bulls hustle it back. Stacey King trying to find Will Perdue. Corey Williams comes up with it. Corey with 2 points. Under a minute to go in the game. 118 to 102.
How about you, the last thing Joe Courtney thought on his way down here from Sioux Falls was that he was going to get in this basketball game tonight. And here he is as Kerr scores his first 2.
No relation.
No relation. I hope he leaves his money to me and gets confused.
Stacey King on the block. Final 20 seconds. B.J. Armstrong. Good feed from Stacey. B.J. has 14. Nice night for B.J. Here's Laterio Green. Williams commits the foul.
Foul number 12, Corey
His
Williams.
first personal.
His first penalty situation in effect. Laterio Green at the line, shooting 2.
Laterio Green back at the free throw line. Boy, he's been there a lot in this fourth period of play. He is 4 of 7 from there. Has 8 points and 2 of 4 shooting from the floor. Here's the new guy, Joe Courtney. Played with the Sioux Falls Skyforce of the CBA, and I'm sure he's happy to be back in the NBA.
Southern Mississippi. Our Golden Eagles.
Rolls right back, and Courtney gets a slam.
His first NBA hoop saved the ball.
Final 10 seconds of the ball game. Bulls winning going away here. Steve Kerr, Terry Catledge. Catledge has it knocked away by Courtney, picked up by B.J. Armstrong as time winds down in this one.
Final score, the Chicago Bulls.
A final score, the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan, 122. The Orlando Magic, 106. We'll be back to talk about it after these messages on Channel 9.